Vitaly?
Yeah, say it.
Vitaly, you Filipino people, we you too.
His mom was like half naked the whole time?
Bro, I want to marry his mom. How can I get in contact with her?
Neon and his girl, Sam Frank, are straight up dragging Vitaly all over social media right now. And it's wild. We're talking Neon's homie saying he wants to marry Vitaly's mom, while Sam's own mom is out here making shady comments like she doesn't want her daughter messing with Filipinos. Like, what even is that? They're clowning Vitaly hard and the man's not even around to defend himself. But hold up. We've also got a new update on Vitaly, and trust me, it's messy. I'll spill that later in the video. Anyway, here's how the whole mess started. Sam Frank, Neon's girl, is an off model. And yeah, she used to hang with Jack Doherty, another chaotic streamer. So when Vitaly started exposing Sam and airing out her past, Neon jumped in. What happened next? Boom, things exploded. And it got ugly real fast.
I'm good.
Can I get an autograph?
Chat, you know who this is.
Careful.
Oh!
Why did he dirty? No!
What's wrong with you? You have a problem?
No, 2 + 2 is 4.
Look how nervous he is. Look at this old you. It doesn't matter. You're a grown man doing this.
Oh, yeah?
Get a grip of your
fucking
pathetic ass.
Dick. Come on.
Yeah. Give me how down bad it is to go to like a fucking like an Office Depot and print it out just to get. Bro, he's down bad, bro.
Ever since things blew up, Neon and Sam have been itching for a reason to drag Vitaly, and they finally found one. Once news broke that Vitaly's cooked and might be facing 22 to 30 years behind bars, they jumped all over it like vultures. Now that Vitaly's locked down with no way to clap back, Neon and Sam are running wild online, saying and doing whatever they want without any heat coming back. But here's where it gets wild. Sam Frank, who's half Filipino, started egging on her own mom to throw shade at Vitaly. And what her mom ended up saying, even she was shocked it came out of her mouth.
The guy is in the jail. Oh,
You say it.
What's his name?
Say it. You know.
I forgot his name. Whispering. Luis. Vitaly?
Yeah, say it.
Vitaly, you Filipino people, we you too.
Bro.
Stay in jail.
Don't with the Filipinos, man.
If you thought that was foul, wait for this next part. Neon was on a call with his boy, just casually talking about the situation, when he crossed a major line. He said Vitaly's mom is always walking around half naked. Like, what? And guess what his friend said back? With zero hesitation, he fired off, I want to marry Vitaly's mom.
You mean when you go on live?
Yeah, when I go live.
All right. But no, don't tell the chat, bro. Just between me and you, I want to know, can you find it now? Why are you going to tell the chat? Why are you going to tell our business?
Because I'm going live tonight because I have to do a sponsorship.
Yeah, bro, don't say that to the chat, bro, because they're going to be, then he's going to see it. He's going to be like, why the fuck?
How is he going to see it? He's in jail.
When he comes out, bro, he's going to be like, oh, you trying to marry my mom? What the fuck?
Yeah, I feel you.
We're going to have to fight again.
Total chaos. Man, look, one thing's for sure. When Vitaly gets out, he's definitely coming for Neon. No way he's letting all this slide after being trashed while stuck in a cell with no way to speak up. And guess what? Neon must have realized he crossed a serious line because not long after, he posted a whole video trying to switch up. He got emotional, started talking about Vitaly's situation, showing sympathy like he suddenly cared. Real quick 180. But while Neon's playing both sides, things are getting way more serious back in the Philippines. Filipino officials and even President Bongbong Marcos are now locked in on Vitaly's case, and they're not taking it lightly at all. Marcos publicly said, no matter what, Vitaly must face justice. That's huge. And here's the real twist. Marcos is already catching heat in the Philippines, his reputation is shaky, and people have been calling for him to clean house. So if Vitaly somehow gets out using money or connects, that would be a disaster for the president. Marcos is now going extra hard just to save face and keep the public's trust, which means Vitaly's chances are looking worse by the day. Vitaly pulled up to the Philippines and started doing his reckless, in-your-face style of streaming, but at the worst possible time. Like, seriously, the timing couldn't have been worse. And now, it's looking officially impossible for him to escape what's coming. And if you think that's bad, the comment section on our last video went crazy. Tons of people are saying that if former President Duterte was still running things, Vitaly might not even be alive right now. That's how real it is. Just look at this comment. Someone wrote that Vitaly should feel lucky Bong Marcos is president instead, because if this had gone down during Duterte's era, Vitaly would have been gone. No trial, no noise, just vanished. People like him could disappear and nobody would even ask why. That's straight up chilling. Now, I don't know if Duterte was really that extreme, but what do you think? If he were still in charge, would Vitaly's fate be sealed already? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious what y'all think would have gone down. And check this out. Even legal minds are weighing in. They're saying Vitaly's case is so serious now, it sparked international consequences. The man's already facing jail time before his trial even starts. And now, here's where things really spiral. Vitaly's own past content is coming back to bite him. Hard. Authorities are digging deep into his old streams, and they're not just calling it offensive. They're labeling it predatory and culturally disrespectful. That's a huge deal in a country like the Philippines, where public behavior still carries major weight.
He is locked up and facing 2 to 3 years even before he hits his trial, and then several years in jail after that. And a lot of people are looking for the international response of the US, of Russia, of countries where he stayed and has citizenship. And a lot of people were asking questions too. Well, what's going to happen with Russia? Is he going to be sent back to Russia? What's going to go on there? We have the first really big public response from Russia, and that's to disavow him, to say they want nothing to do with him and to actually call out his actions as something that Russians should not emulate. No country is going to come out there and save him. And if the message that they would have sent, if they were going to come save Vitaly, would have been, okay, well, we stand against the Philippines here. We think that he's unjustly detained. We think that he's been taken with, no due process, etc. And they would have come and said, we're standing up for Vitaly. But instead, they have not only rejected, they said, we disown that behavior, and we hope that his bad example, that what he did that is clearly wrong.
Local news outlets are starting to report on it daily, and it's spreading outside the Philippines too. International reporters are now watching this case, trying to frame it as an example of how far internet stunts can go before they cross a line. So yeah, it's no longer just a YouTuber in trouble situation. This has turned into a global spotlight. Meanwhile, Neon's trying to play it cool, acting like he's just commenting on the drama. But come on, he's stirring the pot nonstop, dropping new reactions, sneak disses, and even mocking clips from Vitaly's old videos. He's using Vitaly's silence as a stage to boost his own clout. But wait, it gets even messier. Vitaly's legal team just dropped a statement, and they're claiming the media coverage has already tainted his chances of a fair trial. They're saying Neon, Sam, and all these viral clips are turning the public against him before he even steps into court. His lawyers are now pushing to limit online content connected to the case, arguing it's messing with due process. But let's be real, the internet's not slowing down. Every day, new clips pop up, new memes go viral, and more people start throwing their opinions into the mix. This isn't just a legal battle anymore, it's a full-blown media storm. And guess what? Neon's still at it, doubling down on lives, saying stuff like, "I'm just telling the truth," while dropping more shady takes on Vitaly's situation. And Sam, she's low-key fanning the flames too, reposting reactions and liking comments that go way too far. Now here's where things go off the rails. People are starting to dig into Sam Frank's past too, and let's just say, some things aren't looking too clean. Old clips, messy tweets, shady collabs, it's all getting dragged back into the spotlight. Fans are split right down the middle. Some are defending Sam, saying she's just caught in the middle. But others, they're calling her out hard, accusing her of using Vitaly's downfall to boost her own spotlight. And dragging her mom into it just made things worse. Meanwhile, Vitaly's name is trending again, but not for anything new he's done. It's all people reposting past footage, trying to prove a pattern. And each time it resurfaces, more legal analysts and influencers start weighing in, dissecting every word like it's a courtroom transcript. And while all this is happening, Neon's audience keeps growing. Every scandal, every messy moment is turning into content gold for him. He's turning drama into views, while the guy at the center of it all is stuck behind bars, barely able to speak for himself. And now, people are starting to ask the real questions. Was this always about justice, or was it a setup from the start? Some fans are calling Neon and Sam out for playing the long game. They're pointing out how quick they were to flip from concerned friends to dropping shady jokes, emotional bait, and non-stop content off Vitaly's name. Even worse, There's a rumor going around that someone close to Vitaly might have leaked private info to the press, and all signs are pointing straight at someone in Neon's circle. Screenshots are flying, DMs are getting exposed, and trust, gone. People are saying this ain't just internet beef. It's betrayal from the inside. At the same time, supporters of Vitaly are starting to show up online, defending him, questioning the timeline, and even launching hashtags calling the whole thing a media ambush. They're saying this man never stood a chance once the camera started rolling, but while everyone's fighting over who's right and who's wrong, one thing's clear: the damage is already done. Reputation's ruined, alliances broken, and the internet's got front row seats to all of it. And just when it felt like things couldn't get crazier, boom, Vitaly's bail hearing just got denied. The court ruled him a flight risk. And with all this media heat, they're not taking any chances. That means he's locked in until the trial. No deals, no shortcuts, nothing. What's wild is that people are now comparing this whole situation to other streamers and content creators who pulled stunts overseas and walked away free. But with Vitaly, the authorities are sending a message. They're making it clear: not everyone gets to play wild online and dip when things get real. Meanwhile, Neon's reaction to the denied bail, he went live again, throwing shade, laughing it off, and acting like this is all just entertainment. But viewers are split. Some are eating it up, while others are starting to say he's pushing too far, turning real-life consequences into a joke for views. The mood online is shifting. What started as a viral drama is now turning into something way darker. And no matter where you stand, one thing's obvious: this isn't just internet beef anymore. This is real life, and it's getting ugly, so now it's crystal clear. Vitaly didn't just mess up, he walked straight into the worst mistake of his life, in the worst possible country, at the worst possible time. This wasn't some silly prank gone wrong. This was straight up disrespect in a place that does not play with that kind of behavior. And the timing couldn't be worse. With tensions high and eyes on everything, not even big names from the US or Russia can pull strings to save him. Locals are furious. Officials are cracking down. And any shot at escape looking real slim right now, like 0% slim. But now it's your turn. Let's flip the spotlight. Does Vitaly deserve a second chance? Is there even a 1% shot he walks away from this without major consequences? Or is it already too late? Drop your take in the comments. This one's bigger than clout, bigger than drama. It's global now. If you made it this far, sound off in the comments. Does Vitaly deserve a second shot? Or is this the end of the road? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives like this.